Hi YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a plan with me for the week of November 18th through the 24th, 2024 in my Moleskine planner. So this is going to be my health and wellness planner. I know I haven't done a solidified 2025 lineup, but I know for a fact I want health and wellness to be different. And I'm just showing you brand muffins that I have for the week, and it's 5. And I'm snacking on some blueberries. So I literally just got finished with a workout, and it felt good. So if you've watched me before, then you know my health is not necessarily the best right now. I am pre-diabetic, have been that way for a while, and I have high cholesterol. I'm not on any medication now. I used to take medication for cholesterol, but it got better and I got off of it. But now it's beginning to be a problem again. And so I don't want to be on any type of medication. Definitely don't want diabetes because I know that it's super serious and a lot comes with it. So I'm just trying my best. And within my health and wellness, not only my health, it's also going to include self-care as well, because I feel like along with health comes how well you take care of yourself, and things of that sort. So I wanted that to kind of be separate. And I'm going to utilize the calendar for marking in the days that I do any type of workout. So that way I can see at the end of the month how it is. So this will be interesting. I like Moleskine because it's bigger than the Hobonichi. Unfortunately, it just doesn't have all of the pages in the back. I really wish they would come out with something that was in the same format, but just more pages to use in the back. I think it would be perfect. So I don't really have, I'm going to get, well, you'll see me getting my notebook that I did like a fake layout on to kind of see how I wanted to do it. But I don't really have anything in set in stone. I know what I want in here, but not necessarily what I want to do. As much as I want to be able to track what I'm eating, I think because my life is pretty busy now and I don't get a chance to write all of that down all the time, I think it's best if I pretty much put just my ideas for that week or stuff that I want to eat for that week. And then if I do eat it, I'll cross it off, but at least I have what I know I'm working with. Currently, I am struggling when it comes to like meal prepping. I don't do like the full meal prep like you see some people on YouTube do, where they like cook everything and line it out and put it in the containers for the week. Now I don't do that. If I do meal prep, it's normally only for one day. And it's mainly like what I'm having for dinner and then the next day. So I don't do that. It's a struggle. So I think just me knowing what I want is a lot better for me. Plus, I've also realized that in this new position, I have not been eating quite on schedule, I'd say. So I think that instead of having a full on lunch or dinner, because I work nights, um, it's better for me to have like 4 things kind of broke up over my shift. Then that way I make sure that I'm hydrating and I'm eating like I should. Because if a crisis comes, then I stop. If it's a crisis that involves my involvement, then I have to stop and take care of that. And a lot of times I have a lot of documentation to do afterwards, and it's just like a whole thing. And I'm more focused on getting that done so I can leave on time than I am on eating. So that was my kind of thoughts on that. I was even wondering, should I do all like the microwavable meals? But I don't necessarily want to have microwavable meals. I'd rather just make my own chicken and then like make my own chicken and then just put veggies with it. And that's something that's simple, but I'm trying to work all of this out. So it's pretty new because this is not something that I'm doing for the moment. It's not like I'm doing this just so I can get out of the woods with pre-diabetic or just get my cholesterol down for a little while. This is something that I'm really making a lifestyle. So I want to test things out. I want to take my time. I want to, do some things, review it, see what's working, see what's not. And that's sort of what I'm doing with trying to like manage my time and the whole planning system in general, with my planning at work, my planning for home, and then like my health and wellness planning, because it's so important to have not so much a system, but just a plan in place of what you want to do. So that way, if you're hitting your marks, and then if you're not. So for some of, first, I actually, and I am going to decorate the rest. I am going to decorate the rest of the book. I just can't right now. What was more important was getting this information in and starting with that. I realized the longer I wait, because at first I was like, oh, maybe I'll just start in December. But because this was a July start, I've already missed some weeks in it. And I thought, like, why am I waiting when I can just go ahead and start filling it out? I can decorate as the time, permits. But that's the same thing with my weekly. So hopefully this weekend, I don't work this weekend, so I'll have a chance to do some videos to kind of catch you all up. And this is like another thing. I have been praying and inviting God into my planning for my health and wellness, because I realized that's an area that I would say I've been trying to do on my own, and versus to talking to him about it, talking to him about what I struggle with, how I want to move forward, and just, like what my goals are, because I believe my body is a temple, and how I treat my body allows me to continue to live, but not only just live, be able to live in my purpose with God. And it just, it affects everything. Like our health, our physical health, definitely our mental health, but our physical health, is the motor for everything else, I'd say. And that's another reason why I'm including self-care in here, because self-care, speaks to some of our mental as well as our physical. So I realized I have worked, a lot. This will be 12 days at the end of this week. So today will be like my 8th day when I go to work today. So that's another thing that I want to keep track of and like monitor that, because that work factors into my mental. What kind of self-care am I doing if I'm working 12 days in a row? Which, yeah, you're getting the monetary part out of it and you're getting some benefits, but at what cost? So I know I need the money. I know I need a lot of things, but I have to make it workable. Otherwise, I'm going to burn myself out. So it's a lot of thinking that's involved. And I know a lot of people, just about everybody I know works 2 jobs, if not 3. I know a few people that work 3 jobs. They work a full-time job, a part-time job, and then a job that they can do and just pick up hours, or something that they're doing on their own. So, kind of making sure our health is good is super important, because a lot of times when we're so focused on everything else, something fails. Something gets forgotten about, whether it's eating more fast food or piling up on sugars and candies and things of that sort. It's been really hard at work because I've been saying no to all the candies and stuff. Um, so just it takes a conscious mind, and writing things down. I feel like you're able to easily go back to it and say, okay, this week I'll be able to see on this sheet, these are the workouts that I did. And then next week, I'll be able to compare and contrast, like, okay, last week I did 4 exercise. This week I only did 1, what happened during that time. Or I was only able to check off a little on self-care. I didn't get any self-care in. At first, that's what I was going to use the calendar for. I was going to be able to put like whatever self-care thing that I did for the day, but I thought the exercise was more important. But yeah, and today I did Zumba, and I did it for 21 minutes, burned 179 calories, and my BPM was 129 for the minimum and 149 for the maximum at some of the peaks that I was at. I pretty much felt somewhat rested today. I got 5 hours of sleep, which is more than I get. It sounds so bad to say, it's more than I get before that I normally get on a regular basis. And I also did quite a few trips to the garbage and to my car with bringing like Goodwill stuff down while I was getting my kids off to school on the bus and everything. So I have my goal for this week: work out 5 times this week, 40 ounces of water daily at least, bran muffins for 5 days, and 5 hours of sleep daily at least. So I think that's doable. Some of my self-care is mani and pedi, more so because I've neglected my hands. My cuticles are horrible. I never put lotion on my hands. They're so dry and like cut up. I've just been totally neglecting it. So just like that care of my nails, facial, for my skin, and then some things I enjoy, like binge watching some shows, sit still for at least 10 minutes, save, and finding ways that I can save, whether that's not eating out or what can I cut back on. So some things for self-care is not actually comfortable. It's not something that makes you feel the best, but it's something that needs to be done, and it's overall care for yourself, especially if it doesn't mean that you are mentally thinking about something. So like reading and cooking for myself. So I want to like cook for myself like a nice meal, like a meal that I've always wanted, whether it's like shrimp and some other things that I haven't had in a while. But I really want to cook for myself and like wine and dine myself because I deserve it. So think about something that you can do for yourself, and something that's feasible, that you don't have to feel like you have to go out and spend a lot of money on, but something that you can just do. Even if it's like me, just care for your nails. Like you get you a thing from the dollar store and just kind of do your cuticles, put some oil, soak them in some water, put some lotion on them, stuff like that. But that is all I just want to share with you all for the beginning of this week. And I hope you all have an awesome week. Bye-bye.